Alright, here folks is the finished project. The goal was to put a motion activated light and have it, turn on so you can see the key when you're putting in the door at night. But I wanted to have it turn on automatically and not run on battery power. So if you notice, I have it plugged in to the wall. So how did I get a device that runs off of battery power to run off of a common cell phone adapter? Because that thing is putting out 12 volts. This needs 9 volts, and this, for the blue lights, which I'll put a link to in the description, these neon blue lights, they need 3 volts. It needs 3 volts, which is typically, just the two AA batteries. Let me get a shot here. One went in there. Now, basically what I did was, I soldered onto here with 4. Initially, what I did 1 resistor, and it actually burned it up. It's that, dark colored one in the middle. But I wired 4 of them in parallel, soldered them in, and joined them here, put it in there. So anyway, when I turn out the lights, let me show you the dramatic effect here. This is what it looks like at night. So pretty good. And it really has a nice look. They automatically turn on, and the best part is, if you hit this button down here, they'll blink, and they'll flicker, and also they have different settings, like you hit it again. And when you come up to the porch, they automatically turn on, like both of them do, like the white light, and then these. And it just depends on what setting they're on, you could have it on the steady blue or the brighter blue. And these are just fun little lights. I had never seen these, and they're actually very incredible. It takes 3 volts and brings the voltage up to something crazy. But the cool thing is, though, we're going from AC to DC, 12 volts. So 120 volts AC to 12 volts DC to 9 volts DC. There, it just shut off. And then we're going to 3 volts, and then this steps it back up to something really high. So folks, let's look at the calculations and see how we did that. Okay, now here's actually how I did it. I started over here and I said, what kind of circuit do I need to make? And basically, it needed to be parallel. We're not actually using a battery, but this block here is a battery. The 9-0 means I need 9 volts and 0 volts. Voltage is actually a differential. So the difference is 9 volts. Here it's 3 volts. So you got a 9 volt source, which is actually, converting 120 volts AC to DC via the cell phone charger. So you got the 12 volts DC. The 12 volts are here, it's coming along, 12 volts here, 12 volts here. But then what resistor size do we need to drop it from 12 to 9 volts? Well, that's where you use this formula over here. How many volts do I need to drop and lose? Well, in this case, I need to lose 3, because 1 volt ran on the 9 volts. The other light needed 3 volts, so I had to lose 9. So looking at this one using the formula, V equals IR, it turns out I needed a 15 ohm resistor. So I did that. The other one, same thing, I needed a 45 ohm resistor. The tricky part was, I noticed that I burned up one of the resistors. They're only rated for, a quarter of a watt, 0.25 watts. So I used this formula. How many watts will the resistors need to hold or dissipate? So when it's changing from 12 volts down to 9 volts or 3 volts, how many watts is it going to have to dissipate? So you use the formula PIE, P equals I, or P equals I times E, which is watts, times amps times volts. And for this one, it was 0.18 watts. That's below the 0.25 watts, so that one just needed 1 resistor. that was in the LED light. This one for the blue lights, it uses a lot more current. So it took 0.6 watts, which explains why it burned it up, because it only needed, or it was only rated for 0.25, and it was over double that. So that's why you saw 4 twisted together. So basically, in a nutshell, this is how it works, and this is how the formula works. So when you need to drop the voltage down from 12, you know, see here it is coming down on the line. On this first one, it's 12 right here. But now you got a resistor. Now the voltage right here is 3 volts. So then you get the 3 and the 0. Up here it's 12 all the way along the line. And then on the other side of this resistor, now it's 9 volts. So you got the 9 right here and 0. So that's how you get the 9, 0 for that. And it's in parallel, so if that one cuts out, that's like, if you just noticed at the end of that last video, ironically, it cut out, but the other one stayed working. That's why it's in parallel. But really great system. That's how it works. That's how you calculate voltage drop. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions on the next video, put those in the comment section below. And I'm going to be putting a link to those lights. These lights are absolutely fantastic. I wish you could see them in person. But there's blue and different colored ones. I'll put a link to it below. So if you like them, you know where to find them. All right, thanks for watching.